Around 5 years ago, I made my first TikTok account where I actually posted stuff, and it was an editing account, right? I'm an editor. And the first video I posted got a whole 1,200 views, which was a lot for me back then. I was really proud of that video. At the time, I thought it was a really great video, and I was also really proud of like 1,200 views. I thought that was amazing. And then the next few videos all got like 300. Every once in a while, I'd have a video that kind of blew up, got a few thousand views, but those were very few and far in between, and you never knew which ones those were. Like, I could spend hours creating an edit, and it would get like 300 views. And then I'd put together some random shit and it'd get like thousands of views. And I'd be very confused. And this went on for years. I started off with a Marvel editing channel. I think that one even got to like a couple thousand followers. Except those followers didn't actually do anything because the views were still like 300 per video. Maybe like 500, 600. If I was lucky. And then at some point, I got burned out of creating Marvel content. I just wasn't that interested in Marvel anymore, so I just stopped posting. And around that time, I got very interested in Genshin Impact, which is why I decided, you know what, let's start making Genshin Impact edits. So a few years after making my first edit account, I made my second edit account, and I started posting my edits on there, and they got a whopping total of 300 views per edit, which is 300 more than zero. You have to be grateful for what you get, but it was also a little discouraging for the amount of time I put into it. But I was very stubborn. I don't know how I pulled through, but I spent months just creating edits and seeing them get like 300 views per edit. There was, I think one thing that really motivated to keep going was one video that blew up. I think a few weeks after I'd posted it, it got like a couple tens of thousands of views. I think that really motivated me to just keep going, to chase those numbers again. Because posting TikToks is kind of like being in a toxic relationship. You get a shit ton of videos where you just get no views at all. And then every once in a while, you'll get that one video that blows up and that makes you keep going. It's an experience. But yeah, that kept going for I think 1 or 2 years, where just pretty much every video would get 300 views, and every once in a while I'd get like 1,000 views or something, and I was always like really happy about that. Like, oh my god, 200 likes, let's go. And then some videos would even get more than that, and that was like anything over like 10k views was probably like completely viral for me. So that was amazing. But I think it really goes to show how you can spend like, I think 3 or 4 years I spent just creating TikToks with an average of maybe like 500 views. And I always saw other editors who seemingly created a new account and immediately got views. And I was always like, how are you doing that? How are they getting so lucky and I'm not? I always thought it was luck. I was always like incredibly jealous of those creators. I think it's okay to admit when you're jealous. I think it's okay to be jealous. I think everybody is jealous at some point in their life. Like the weird thing about those editors was I'd be their biggest fan and hater at the same time. Like I'd love their edits, but at the same time, I'd also be upset every time they got a lot of views because I was so jealous. Anyway, not anymore. Not something I struggle with anymore, thankfully. It's only when I started my fourth editing account, which was then my third editing account, which was then a Formula 1 editing account, where the first video blew up, and the edit was not that great, but it blew up. So that really motivated me to keep going, and on that account, pretty much every video that I posted did well. And then I stopped posting for a while, and when I came back, they all got like 1,000 views per edit, and that kind of demotivated me again. But after a while of building the account up and posting edits like every day or something like that, I started getting a lot of views and consistent views. For me personally, it's less important how many followers I have, and it's more about how many views you get consistently. Like, what's the point of having 16,000 followers if your views all get 300 views? Your videos all get 300 views. Like, what am I even doing? And especially on TikTok, followers mean basically nothing. And it's not until now that I'm finally like kind of at the point where other creators I used to be jealous of were. Like, I practically started an account and immediately got views on it. And I think it's just important to realize that the creators who are like that, like if you're starting off editing or if you're starting off with any TikTok account, just remember, like, maybe the creators that made a new account and immediately got views, maybe they've had years of experience. Maybe they've failed for years and years. I think the chance is rather large that they have failed for years and years. And with everything they've learned, they now know what to post to get more views, basically. I'm also not trying to say that like views is all I care about. I think if you're posting on TikTok, you have to care about views at least a little bit. I feel like nobody posts on TikTok and doesn't care at all. Let's just be realistic here. But I'm also really grateful for all of like the friends I've made on TikTok and all of the amazing comments I get. Just, if you're starting off with TikTok, try and enjoy the experience. I know it's really hard. I know it's really hard to put so much of your blood, sweat, and tears into videos and have them flop. But remember that most people went through this. I don't want to deny that there are some who probably like just really got lucky and somehow skipped that phase. But most people, most famous people went through the same phase you're going through right now. And just keep posting and stay consistent. And one day, I think anyone, in my opinion, anyone who genuinely stays consistent and learns with the videos and makes their videos better every time can genuinely get a following.